to be sensationalized. But listen, it's so in keeping with today's show topic, people. I had to do it. Because when I saw that, I'm just thinking, okay, so she is another woman that is saying, effectively, that she can't find no one to marry. Or she don't want to marry a human. She loves her dog more than she feels that she could love any human man. So she would rather dress up the dog and say to everybody, this is my life partner.
Well, don't you think there are some psychological issues?
Look, remember what we talked about? 7 Shades of Crazy. We've been there already. We'll probably go there again. 7 Shades of Crazy, people. That's all I can tell you.
And see, there's a one of the pictures, the graphics that you sent to me, and we're going to be posting those also because they were great pictures. They had a lot of things to think about. But one of those pictures to me, again, it basically there was a woman on the phone, and I'm going to post that also, where she's having a conversation with herself. And she's basically saying that, I'm not too bad, I'm a guy, I like myself. I think the person I'm with, I like him, and it's me.
To put that, when I saw that, I just started laughing. I just thought, oh, priceless. It's perfect. Oh, people, we are sharing. Today, I told you, is going to be full of laughs and entertainment. You are listening to the Ask Avani Show. Please go onto Twitter at Ask Avani Show, and you will be able to look at all these articles that we are posting, and the pictures too, and the graphics, because yes, they were funny. They made me laugh so much that I had to put them in the show today. I had to do it because it was just too funny.
And that's one thing that as people, when you're checking out the show and you're listening to the podcast, you have to be friends with the Ask Avani Show. You got to like it on Facebook, okay? You got to follow us on Twitter so you can go back and look in our archives and see some of the insanity that we run into.
But you see, what we were talking about? You see, when you look and you think about a topic, the connotation and the way that it can open up into so much different things, I will never get tired of that, because the things I do in the name of research, the things I find, I just think, wow. And it hasn't crossed my mind until I started thinking about certain topics. And then I start looking, and then I start finding. And boy, do I start finding.
Well, I like the way you put that, the things you do in the name of research. It's like you're going into the scientific realm of life, and I'm finding, and then you come up with something like a woman who marries her dog. Okay?
I couldn't look away. You see them type of headlines, they just catch your eye. And when they catch your eye, you have to read it. And sometimes there's been times, I have to tell you this, I've read an article twice because I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'm like, okay, no, you that's not right. I didn't read that. And then I've read it again, and it's like, no, you did. You did read that. A journalist took the time out to actually put pen to paper and put that in print. So you did.
Well, my wife says something all the time. She says, it's like a train wreck. You just can't look away. And that's the same thing. You see something and it looks so entirely just ridiculous. And you say, okay, I've got to read this because this headline is crazy.
Oh my God. It just made me laugh. I just thought, I'm done. There's some of the things I've seen on here. I was like, oh, you know what? That's it. I'm done. But it does make you laugh. You look at that and you think, okay, who is going to tell this woman, though, that that's not, see, I don't want to say normal, but it ain't. Because to her, it's normal, isn't it? To her, that's the most natural, normal thing in the world.
But can't we say that some things really are outside of what society considers to be normal, which means they are not normal? Can't we say that?
Well, yeah, we can say it. But you may not want to say it to her, because she might have a reaction that may be a little bit on the volatile side.
Well, okay. Point made. Point made.
Yes, because when I saw the clip from this morning when she was on there, you want to see her face. She looked like she was about to blow a gasket, because he's looking at her and he was like, but don't you think that's a little bit, unusual? And she was like, well, no, sort of thing. And I just thought, he shouldn't ask her no questions now, unless he's going to say something to the positive as far as she's concerned, because he's going to get his head bitten off. Just
Yeah, there are things sometimes that I just don't even have words for.
I know. I tell you, I sometimes I just look at it, and you know when you start laughing, it gets to the point where you're laughing so much you're coughing. You can't stop laughing. This show is honestly, I have had so much fun putting this together this week because oh my god, there's just been some things we have to share this one, K Rose. Now I have to say this now. It's not even a disclaimer, but because this link 4, K Rose. Now, okay, we're talking about, is the church and society in general keeping women single? Because when you, like, for example, when you go to church, they may say to you, there's certain things that you should do in order to entice a mate, to find a husband or a wife. So if you listen to the church and you start doing all these things or not doing certain things that they tell you, you may find that you're on the shelf for a bit longer than you want to be, okay? And otherwise, and obviously in society's got certain rules that they tell people, oh, you should do this and you should do that because a good wife is that and a good husband is that in it. So X, Y, Z. So when I saw this, it's basically like the get out clause, really, link 4. If you ain't got time because you're so busy concentrating on your career and such, you might just look around and think, well, okay, I haven't really got time to do that just yet. I'm not ready to get married just yet. So I need someone who's going to come with me to a company function or to do some jobs for me or just to be my little companion to the outside world, if that makes sense. So now, ladies, you may want to do this. On the other hand, you may not because of the connotations. I leave that up to you because it's yes, you might want to do it or maybe not. But basically, there's a company who was started by a corporate lawyer turned entrepreneur, as there is, right? And you guys in America, you have this thing, isn't it, called Shark Tank?
Yes.
Because we have the equivalent Dragon's Den, where people can pitch ideas to businesses and to business people to get funding, right? So she had 30 seconds to blind pitch this company idea to Mr. Wonderful, apparently, Mr. Kevin O'Leary. So she did, and it's turned out to become the company known as Rent-A-Gent. Now, when you hear that, okay, I'm just going to say it. When you hear that, you might think it conjures up a different type of service.
That's what I'm thinking, but go ahead.
I will just put it out there, people. No, it is not an escort service, apparently. It is just a service for people to pay for the time of a person, namely a man, to come with them to functions and to be their companion for the evening. And nothing else, okay? So just people get your mind out of the car. That's what they said. And I just thought, okay, it's just crazy. So the link is literally start up if you need a man. Instead of going for the rigmarole of trying to get a real life partner for that moment in time or moments when you want to do whatever you need to do when you want to have a partner, you don't want to go on your own, you could just rent one. Now people tell me what you think of that.
Well, but you're saying something that, again, we're working with semantics here. Again, if there is no actual physical activity, then yeah, this is different from the other thing that we're talking about. But that's the only difference between the two. They're still paying for the company of a person.
Yeah. But see, remember, at the end of the night, that person is going to go home and the lady will go home and basically that will be it. But it's not really a real life partner, is it? Because they're just sort of...
But isn't that what a friend is supposed to be? A friend, you go and you hang out with them and they, you could have a friend without having to go rent a gent. Why can't you just have one of your male friends? But the purpose of renting this gent is so that people will believe that you're in a relationship, which to me is like there's something wrong with your mind if you have to have people thinking that.
But I think that's what it is. I think rather than get a friend to do it, maybe the friend is going to be too much hassle. Maybe the friend is one of those friends which we've talked about before who says they're your friend but they really want something else and you ain't able for that, so you don't go for that. But sometimes she's just like, oh, do you know what, if I just set the boundaries of I pay you come and sit with me for 2 hours, blah 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 blah, after that you go about your business, I go about my business, that's it. She's happy because then she knows that he ain't going to try nothing unless he wants to end up in hospital.
Well, that's another part of this. To me, isn't there a danger factor? I mean, and I guess they're the people that when you call the organization or the business, they guarantee that that person that you are, quote, renting is not going to cost you or physically harm you. So that part of it, okay, I understand.
That's right.
But what function do you need to go to where you have to have a companion playing like they're your date?
Come on now. Remember, this company was started by a corporate lawyer, right? So you know the kind of swanky things that these kind of people go to in their little, wherever they are, in their city. This could be anywhere around the world. You know, the corporate functions, the balls and the things like that, where it's unseemly to come on your own, especially if you're a woman, because they're going to think, okay, because remember, most of the other people there, whether it's a male or a female, they will go with their husband or their partner. And if you came on your own, the women are going to be looking at you like, she's on the hunt and she's trying to take my man. And the men might be looking, thinking, oh, she's single. Let me see if I can accost her somewhere in the evening. If they are of that mindset. I'm not saying all men are cheats now. Okay, just, putting it out there. But you see what I mean? She can't really go on her own, because this is what I mean about society. Society says that if a woman goes through certain things on her own, there's something wrong with her, or she's looking for a certain type of attention. And she don't want that stigma following her, because she's successful and she's trying to portray that. So she just thinks, just save all the hassle. Let me just buy somebody's time in terms of they can accompany me to such function. And then that's it. At the end of the night, thank you very much. And, that's it. The transaction is done. You see?
Well, I've got something to ask as we get ready to... As we go into break, I'm going to ask you this question, and then we can, I guess, go into break, and then you can talk about it on the other side. So, okay, so let me give you this scenario. You got Curtis, and he works for the company and Brennagen, and so Curtis goes to this function with Mary. He's there with Mary, and Curtis goes. Everything is great. Everybody looks at Curtis, and she introduces Curtis as whatever, Bob. And so they say, okay, hi, Bob, how you doing? They have a great evening. Okay, boom. Curtis gets his next assignment, which is with Sue. And so Curtis goes out with Sue to another function, and he is Eddie. And so, and in that function, he's Eddie, and everybody thinks Sue is great, and everything is great. Okay, so Curtis goes there, fine, no problems. Curtis goes to the next function in the same week, and he goes to a function again, and now he's Frederick, and he's out with Mary, and Mary thinks that everything is great, Then, so let's throw the other part into the mix, and then I'll let you answer before or after the break. You have Edna. And Edna has been at all these functions, and she has seen Curtis with 3 different women with 3 different names. Does that not then give a negative to the women that she saw Curtis with?
Yeah, but see, that just look, Edna's too nosy, right? And she needs to stop watching out what Curtis or whatever his name is doing. And she needs to mind her business. Okay, he may have a twin. He may be part of quadruplets. How does she know? He might resemble the one that she saw. Maybe she needs her glasses and she ain't been looking too good. She should just mind her business. But if she has to be knowing what's she going to do? Go up to him and say, isn't your name Curtis? Isn't your name Frederick? Isn't your name whatever? He probably look at her and say, listen, lady, I'm sorry, but I don't know you, so excuse me, and walk away. And then she needs to mind her business. She's too nosy. Okay, that's not really the answer. But
yeah, let's go to break and then come back and we can talk about it some more.
Yes, people. See, now I know you guys are liking some of these things because we can see it online. So please enjoy, keep enjoying, and we're going to take a break. The song for you to listen to is going to be Maxwell, Get to Know Ya. He don't want to get to know Edna, by the way. But yeah, we will hope you enjoy this, and we will be right back. Hi, this is Avani. You're tuned in to the Ask Avani Show podcast on the Get Global Network. You are listening to the Ask Avani Show on SoMetro Radio. People, where have you been? If you're just joining us this afternoon, I think I'm just going to remind you and reset the topic today because it's hilarious. We've been having a right laugh doing this today. Today's show topic is the church and society keeping women single? I'll say it again. Is the church and society keeping women single? I want to know what you guys think. Please, as we always say, come find us on Twitter at Ask Avani Show. We are loving your interactions. We can see what you're saying and favoriting and sharing, so keep enjoying that. Hi, K Rose. Welcome back.